Vast am I, good evening and welcome to the Manx Radio Folk Show with me, John Barker, playing you the best in folk and roots music from the Isle of Man and around the world. So this show goes out on June the 20th. Tomorrow is the summer solstice, precisely at 3:57 p.m. if you want to go out and celebrate, the most daylight in a 24-hour period this year. I'm recording this show, however, on Friday the 16th, because I'm off on my holidays for a few nights. Yes, to the adjacent island. I'm going to the Calf of Man for 3 nights, and of course the weather looks like it's going to change. It's due to rain. What's all that about? We'll stick with the theme of summer, however, and this is Skipinish with Summer Call.
Summer's glow was gone. By the falling leaves of autumn we'll recall another dawn. The easy truth, the wild truth, and memories remain. But when summer calls we'll do it all again. Through the valley on the shadow of all forever dear. From broken dreams and sorrow now the open road is clear. So when the world awakens and we rise from a pain, when summer calls we'll do it all again. When the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls. With you we rode the seventh wave, and if the wave is crashing down, we'll thank the gods and all who gave the way of good we found. But if mysteries and music give immortal magic, then when summer calls we'll do it all again. When the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls. Bands across a moonlit matter with the world in your hand. You walk up by the water and skin the summer rain. When summer calls we'll do it all again. When the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls. Setting moon go down behind the skerry road. I yearned to kiss of good bliss and liberty and shore. With heaven, earth, the coming sun, there's one our hearts to mend. When summer calls, we'll do it all again. When the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls. And we'll sing our songs where our souls belong, till the moon meets the coming of the dawn. And the sea will sing on our eternal song, when our sound and our summer's long gone. When the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, when the sound of summer calls, we'll live again the magic when the sound of summer calls.
That's the Scottish band Skipinish, and with hit after hit of self-penned songs and a strong mix of powerful bagpipe, fiddle and accordion tune sets, they seem to be specialising in that sort of Celtic pop rock these days. Here's something very different. This is from 1968, Sing a Song of Summer, from John Martyn's second album, The Tumbler.
If you go looking down in the summer to the village, the bottom of the well, You find nice things and butterflies' wings and policemen's hats as well. The girlies there won't hurt you 'cause they're all so very nice. There's cats and dogs and bats and frogs and little pink sugar mice. So come along and sing a summer coming on. Come along and sing a summer's a coming on. Summer's a coming on, and won't you wear your silly trousers and your funny feathered hat? And come on running down the road, follow the Cheshire Cat. Your friends, they will all be there and they'll all be taking tea. So come on laughing down the road, come on follow me. Come along and sing a summer coming on. Come along and sing a summer's a coming on. Summer's a coming on. Won't you leave behind your city shoes and lose your bowler hat? Forget about your winter woes and wipe your eyes on the mat. Won't you leave your green wallpaper and the clock up on the wall? And lock your doors up one by one, come running down the hall. Come along and sing a summer coming on. Come along and sing a summer's a coming on. Summer's a coming on. And if you go looking down in the summer to the village at the bottom of the well, you find nice things and butterflies' wings and policemen's hats as well. The ladies there won't hurt you 'cause they're all so very nice. There's cats and dogs and bats and frogs and little pink sugar mice. So come along and sing a summer coming on. Come along and sing a summer's a coming on. Summer's a coming on. Summer is a coming on.
Well, that's certainly got a bit of period charm, hasn't it, from 1968. I don't think John Martyn had really found his own voice at that stage, had he? It's still a great album, though, well worth listening to. Well, from one great figure of the late 60s into the 70s and further, we go to another. This was actually recorded in 2003. If you've never heard the recordings or seen the video of Richard Thompson's 1,000 Years of Popular Music, you should make the effort. Apparently in the year 2000 he was challenged by a magazine to name his 10 favourite songs from the previous millennium. Being Richard Thompson, he was rather pedantic about it, and this is the first track on the CD. It's the oldest known round in the English language. It can be sung in dovetailing parts, written down by John Farsnet, a monk at Reading Abbey in the mid-13th century. This is Summer Is A-Comin' In.
Bleeds a after lamb, after
So that was Richard Thompson with Summer Is It Coming In from his 1,000 Years of Popular Music CD. There's also a DVD, and they're well worth watching. There's everything from folk music to jazz to rock and roll to a cover of a Britney Spears song. All sorts of stuff. So with a very similar title, here's Summer's Coming. These are some tunes by Frankie Gavin, Jim Murray, Michael McGoldrick and Sharon Shannon. Now, the often heard, H-E-R-D, are a bluegrass band from Newcastle. That's Newcastle upon Tyne, surprisingly. Although they might resemble an American string band, complete with the driving energy, tight vocal harmonies and dazzling instrumental interplay, their vibrant transatlantic sound is deeply coloured by their surroundings, the striking natural industrial landscapes of northern England. This unique approach won them the title of Best European Bluegrass Band 2018 at the prestigious La Roche Bluegrass Festival in France. This is Cool Summer Rain.
From my rooftop window, one of them black, one of them white. I can hear them calling on this sunny morning. After that foggy night, forgive me if I seem a little underwhelmed. I knew the question would arise. I took a pause and held my heart, yet I'd be lying if I said the thought never crossed my mind. Still away until the break of day, where we go, I don't mind. Can hide from the cool summer rain as long as we never unwind. Now the hills are made of steel and grey. How it begs me to leave the rain behind. Go ahead, you can send some sunshine my way. I can promise I'll never be that kind. Still away until the break of day, where we go, I don't mind. We can hide from the cool summer rain as long as we never unwind. Until the break of day, where we go, I don't mind. We can hide from the cool summer rain as long as we never, as long as we never, as long as we never unwind.
Well, it's Blues Club this week, tomorrow night, Wednesday night at the Railway in Douglas, and it's the summer solstice as well, so I haven't really got any choice. Here's Eddie Cochrane.
gonna raise a holler about a working all summer just to try to earn $1. Yeah, every time I call my baby, try to get a date, my boss says,
no doubt, son, you gotta work late.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Oh, well, my mom and papa told me, son, you gotta make some money. If you wanna use the car to go a ride next Sunday. Oh, well, I didn't go to work, told the boss I was sick.
Now you can't use a car cause you didn't work a leg.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. I'm gonna take 2 weeks, gonna have a fine vacation. I'm gonna take my problem to the United Nations. Well, I called my congressman and he said, quote,
I'd like to help you, son, but you're too young to vote.
sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
Well, it had to be done, didn't it, with Blues Club being on Wednesday night, the summer solstice. There's actually a lot happening on Wednesday night. There's the usual trad session in O'Donnell's, and Clash 4 are playing at the Sailors' Shelter in Peel. There'll be the trad session on Friday night in Ramsey at the Mitre, and there's a learners session at the Heron between 4 and 6 on Sunday. But Saturday night is Dan Walsh at the Institute in Laxey. Thanks to all of you that are supporting this gig and bought your tickets. There's still some left, etickets.im/et. From his Live at the Floodgates album.
This is a tune called Late Night Drive.
So hopefully I'll see you at the Dan Walsh gig on Saturday night, the 24th. I might even do a few songs at the start myself, but don't let that put you off. That track didn't have summer in its title, nor does the next one, but it is called The Longest Day. It's by Chris Drever.
dappled moon shone through, all framed in branches. A tiny spark, spectral bridges through the dark, their edges lined with ghostly light, and then the gathering of the night, a subtle blossom in broken glass, nestling by a painted wall, befriended by a punctured ball. The Arctic's rumbling on down, a car park on the edge of town. What were the chances? Thomas Wolfe said you can never go home. It's okay by me, I need the room to roam. We're all wandering this world looking for paradise. You can never set foot in the same river twice. And when I cast you then among the frogs and the weeds, the dried up leaves among the reeds, a place to shelter from the breeze, a million years ago. Thomas Wolfe said we can never go home. It's okay by me, I need the room to roam. We're all wandering this world looking for paradise. You can never set foot in the same river twice. Thomas Wolfe said you can never go home. It's okay by me, I need the room to roam. We're all wandering this world looking for paradise. You can never set foot in the same river twice.
That was Chris Drever with The Longest Day. Chris is from the Orkneys, and certainly the Northern Isles are somewhere you go to experience the very longest day. Going to the Outer Isles now, this is A Lewis Summer by Ian Morrison. He's a Scottish musician and songwriter born on the Isle of Lewis in the Outer Hebrides. His most recent studio album was called Sal, released in 2019, but this is from the Transatlantic Sessions from 2012. A Lewis Summer.
Listen to the waves and why they crumble down, I can't say how. The winter wind that breathes in life, the winter wind that passes through time. stormy days keep me in line. I walk through the rain and tides, trying to find a reason why the very mention of her name I cry. She said she'd follow me on the days. She said she'd follow me. On the beach that night, talked about how you'd be my bride. Oh, the summer and childhood lies, the summer and childhood lies. These young days I believed in you, like God for the chosen few. His heart's still there for you, my heart's still there for you. She said she'd follow me on the days. She said she'd follow me.
Now moving away from the summer theme just briefly, the new album Popular Manx Tunes in D-Flat by Thomas Callister and Dave Kilgallon is now fully released on Bandcamp, so go and find it and get your copy. From it, this is Hop Jigs. Well, it's great to have that new album of Manx tunes by Dave and Tom, and of course it's been supported by Culture Van, doing great work as ever. Now, this next song doesn't have summer in the title either. I heard it somewhere else and I just thought that's got a nice summery groove. It's by someone called Keaton Henson. And on his website, all it says is Keaton Henson is a musician, artist and composer from England. He doesn't like to talk about himself. I think that's quite good. This is from his album Keaton's Party Playlist, and you'll know it.
Man walks down the street, he says, why am I soft in the middle now? Why am I soft in the middle? The rest of my life is so hard. I need a photo opportunity. I want a shot at redemption. Don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Bone digger, bone digger. Dogs in the moonlight. Far away, my well-lit door. Mr. Beer Belly, get these mutts away from me. No, I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. And if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. And I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Man walks down the street, he says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, and whoa, my nights are so long. Where's my wife and family? What if I die here? Who'll be my role model? Now that my role model is gone, he ducked back down the alley with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. And all along there were incidents and accidents, there were hints and allegations. And if you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. And I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Man walks down the street. It's a street in the strange world. Maybe it's the third world. Maybe it's just first time around. He don't speak the language. He holds no currency. He is a foreign man. He is surrounded by the sound. Cattle in the marketplace, scatterings in orphanages. He looks around, he sees angels in the architecture, spinning in infinity. He says, amen, hallelujah. If you'll be my bodyguard, I can be your long-lost pal. And I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out.
Next, from last year's album by Bonnie Light Horseman, Rolling Golden Holy, this is Summer Dream.
watch you drift away again. Sometimes I dream you are in my summer dream again. Summer dream, you were in my summer dream back then. Tupelo honey sweet, laughing in the backseat. Summer dream. On a 4-lane, on another ride, on another day, in another lifetime, held you like a little child, fell under my spell a while. Sometimes I dream you were in my summer dream again. Summer dream, you were in my summer dream back then. Tupelo honey sweet, laughing in the backseat. Summer dream. What we left behind, and the tide went out. It's a fading line. Don't know why I trace it still sometimes. Smell a roll of cigarette and your hair when it was wet, dripping on the kitchen floor, slipping through the screen door. I scream. Times I dream you were in my summer dream again. Summer dream, you were in my summer dream back then. Tupelo honey sweet, laughing in the backseat. Summer dream. Sometimes I dream. Sometimes I dream you were in my summer dream again. My summer dream, summer dream, the summer dream. You were in my summer dream back then. Tupelo honey sweet, Tupelo honey sweet, laughing in the backseat, laughing in the backseat. Summer dream, a summer dream. Summer dream. Summer dream.
I've got time to slot in another track from that early John Martyn album from the summer of 1968, and appropriately, this is A Day at the Sea. I hope you've enjoyed this show, mostly of summery type songs. I realise it might not be as folky as it normally is. I'll make amends next week. The last song tonight is a classic folk song, The Summertime Is Coming, The Wild Mountain Time, by Siobhan Miller. But before that, this is The Last Rose of Summer by Tom Waits. Yes, I've got the man himself in the show at last. I'll see you next week.
I love the way the tattered clouds blow wind across the sky. The summer goes and leaves me with a tear in my eye. I'm taking out my winter clothes. Oh, my garden knows what is wrong. The petals of my favorite rose lie in shadows dark and long. Though every year it's very clear I should be carrying on, but I can be found in the garden singing this song when the last rose of summer is gone. The last rose of summer is gone, gone.
All the sun